Good morning. It's Monday and I'm Nancy Joy. Today's quote is, if you're not being pushed out of your comfort zone, you don't have a good relationship. You're not growing. You don't have a good relationship. You're not growing. Well, where I took this is it brought me back to in Egypt. One of the travelers asked me, do I feel I have a good relationship with my husband, Mark? And, I thought about it a minute, and I thought, I really do have a great relationship with my husband, Mark. Not that there aren't issues, because there are, and differences, fundamental differences in some ways. But the good, great, wonderful thing about my relationship with Mark is that we know when we're in an argument and when we're in a conflict, it's our opportunity personally to grow. Together as a couple, that's great, but that takes two. Each one of you always has, and remember last week's video, it's a choice. Each one of you always has a choice to focus on yourself in a conflict and discover why you created it, what it is that hurts inside of you that you're afraid of, and what you're trying to learn about yourself. Because those are all, messages from your soul trying to interact with you. So when you really look at relationship, it's not so much do you always get along. Well, that's so unrealistic. Look at life. It's up, it's down. Look at our world right now. Does anybody always get along? Never. Hardly. I mean, you get along for a time, and that's peaceful, and that's nice, and then when you're ready, when your soul says yes, you attract in some more growth. But where a lot of people go with that growth that I work with, and sometimes me when I'm certainly not in my center, is, of course, projection. This is about the other person. They're really pissing you off, or they're really hurting you, or, if only they would get it, if only they could see your point of view. Of course, that's not what it's about at all. Really, it's can you see their point of view as well as your own, understand the polarity there so you can bring it together in some form of healing for yourself. Now, it's great that I have a partner who's conscious and works on these things with me, but not everybody's in that place. I know from a lot of you that I hear, you're awake, you're on your spiritual journey, you're stirring up the fish tank, junk is coming up, and your spouse or partner or children or whatever is, whoa, no way. I'd rather have it look nice than have it really clean, kind of the purpose of emotional clearing. But you can still have a good relationship. You really can. If you unconditionally love the one you're in relationship with, and love them where they are, and realize that every time they're pushing you into yourself, into who you really are. Maybe it's to set up some personal boundaries with them, about the way you'll be treated. Maybe it's to step forward and really address something you've been avoiding. There's so many things it could be, but once you open yourself up and step out of your need to project it and make it outside yourself, once you can truly embody it, even when you have a partner who isn't able to do it, you can still make great changes and hold that partner in love. Now, there may come a time in a partner, friendship, or a relationship that it's really complete. That saying, a season, a reason, a lifetime. And it can be that in the form of that relationship, it is complete. And it needs to take a new form, which doesn't mean it still can't be a good relationship. When I marry people, one of the things I say is, instead of do you promise to love each other till death do you part, who can make such a promise? Well, I guess you could promise to love them, but do you promise to love them no matter what form that love may take? And it may take a very different form than the one on your wedding day. And it doesn't mean you don't love the person, and in your heart you're still not in relationship. So I hope this opens up a whole spectrum for all of you to take a look at this morning. To really look at when you're out of your comfort zone, you have such an opportunity. And to especially look at this as it relates to relationships in your life. Because, of course, what's the one most important relationship? Your relationship to yourself. Out of that, all others spring. So, a lot of people who live alone a lot and don't interact a lot really have a problem then when someone comes into their life and they're pushed into interacting. They go through a lot of floundering around, but that too then is an opportunity. We are all one. We are all one living organism. So there is nothing that goes on between one or two people that isn't a matter of consciousness of all humanity. So have a good time looking at some of your relationships this morning and see where it takes you, and have a great Easter. I guess I'm recording this Friday because I'm going away. So it's not Easter yet. I hope you had a great Easter weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.